Level 1, you're still technically a decent person. You haven't crossed any major lines yet. You're just tired, underpaid, and vulnerable to bad ideas. It starts small. One inmate pulls you aside during lunch. "Hey man, I'll give you $100 if you bring me real coffee." And honestly, $100 for carrying coffee inside a building sounds ridiculously easy. So the next day, you do it. No alarms, no problems, nobody notices. And that's the dangerous part. Because once you get away with it once, your brain immediately goes, "Well, that was free money." Now inmates start approaching you constantly. One guy wants candy. Another wants extra food. Another desperately wants a phone charger even though there are approximately 0 outlets in his cell. Suddenly, every inmate treats you like a walking delivery service. Your backpack sounds like a grocery store in an earthquake. But you keep justifying it. It's not drugs. It's not weapons. It's harmless. Meanwhile, you're making more money from snack smuggling than overtime pay. And inmates love you. Every time you walk through the hallway, it's like, "Yo, it's the snack guy." You've accidentally become the most popular employee in the building. But eventually, the favors stop being small. One inmate leans in and quietly says, "I need you to bring in a phone." And suddenly, things get very real. Level 2, the middleman. At level 2, you fully enter the corruption business. Because phones inside prison are worth insane amounts of money. Now inmates aren't offering you lunch money anymore. They're offering thousands. And that's when your moral compass starts buffering like bad Wi-Fi. So eventually, you say yes. Now every shift feels like a heist movie. You're checking cameras, watching patrol routes, timing everything perfectly. You start hiding contraband inside cleaning carts like you're auditioning for a crime documentary. And somehow, it works, which immediately makes you overconfident. Now you think you're smarter than everyone. You walk into work like, "Good morning, everybody. Time to commit several felonies." At this point, inmates start depending on you. You're no longer just delivering stuff. You're solving problems. Need information about inspections? Call the guard. Need a message delivered to another block? Call the guard. Need contraband moved without getting caught? Call the guard. You've basically become prison customer support. But corruption changes you. Now every conversation feels suspicious. Every camera looks personal. Every supervisor's glance feels like an FBI investigation. And the stress becomes ridiculous. You can't even enjoy your days off anymore. Your phone buzzes and your heart rate instantly hits 400. But the money keeps pulling you deeper. One inmate hands you more cash in 5 minutes than your actual paycheck. So now your brain starts doing dangerous math. Maybe crime is the career path. And that's exactly how Level 3 begins. Level 3, the Shadow Warden. At Level 3, you are no longer a corrupt guard. You are basically running the prison from behind the scenes. You control everything. Who gets phones? Who gets protection? Who gets favors? Who gets information? At this point, inmates don't even talk to you normally anymore. They schedule meetings. "Sir, we'd like to discuss business opportunities in Cell Block C." You somehow turned maximum security prison into a corporate office. And the scary part? Even some guards start working with you. Now you've got lookouts, warning systems, people deleting camera footage. You've built an entire underground network. Meanwhile, your ego becomes completely out of control. You stop acting like an employee. You start acting like a movie villain. You walk through the prison hallway in slow motion while inmates nod at you like you're a mafia boss. Even the rookies are terrified. One new guard quietly asks, "How do you afford a watch that costs more than our salaries?" And you just stare at him while drinking confiscated energy drinks. But corruption always falls apart the same way. Not because criminals become smarter, because somebody gets greedy. One inmate gets caught with a phone. Another starts snitching for a reduced sentence. Investigators begin reviewing footage. Now, suddenly, every tiny mistake matters. Every suspicious payment, every hallway conversation, every camera angle. Your entire empire starts collapsing in real time. And the funniest part? The exact inmates you helped for years immediately betray you. Because loyalty in prison lasts approximately 6 seconds. Now you're sitting in an interrogation room hearing investigators explain your own crimes back to you, which has to be one of the worst feelings imaginable. Ending. So, in the end, being a corrupt prison guard is basically a speed run from underpaid employee to federal investigation documentary. You start with smuggling snacks, then phones, then somehow you're running an underground prison empire like a Walmart version of a crime boss. And honestly, it was probably over the moment you smuggled in that first coffee.